Like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Dallas Cowboys so good at home this year, 7-1 during the regular season. That helped earn them the NFC East title. So they come home, they beat Seattle. Now, though, they go on the road for a much tougher test.
It is indeed a much tougher test. The Los Angeles Rams, a defensive front led by Aaron Donald, who many think could be the MVP of the league this season. And since 1996, the Dallas Cowboys are 0-5 in the divisional round, so they're trying to take on history as well.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Prescott now on 2nd down. Got it open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Prescott from the gun. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A second down throw for Prescott. Forced out to his left. A dump off to Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott being chased out left. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Fourth down, Prescott. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop.
Well, Charles, the All-Pro team was announced a Friday before the playoffs started. Aaron Donald, the only unanimous choice. Let's see, the Chiefs had 4, Bears had 4. What stuck out to you about the All-Pro team?
Well, it's such a great year for Drew Brees at quarterback for New Orleans, the #1 seed in the NFC. Yet he's only second-team All-Pro because Patrick Mahomes had a magical season in Kansas City and deserved to be the #1 guy. How about the Chicago Bears going from worst to first in the NFC North? 4 players making the All-Pro team led by Khalil Mack. And then when you talk about rookies, the Colts had 2 that made it in Quentin Nelson, their offensive guard, and Darius Leonard, their linebacker.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a catch. touchdown. Demetrius Harris, 51 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones able to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Allen Bailey in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
It's coming now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, Charles, a big story, as it always is come January. Head coaching changes around the NFL. If you count the situations in Cleveland, in Green Bay, that's 8 openings all told.
And that's about the number people were starting to predict somewhere around mid-season. I think out of all of them, the Marvin Lewis situation in Cincinnati, he had been there for 16 years. Many thought he might stay, but it seemed like it was a mutual deal where he decided to step.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 54 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point safely through, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Mahomes to the former Ram, Sammy Watkins, for the Kansas City first.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Here's Austin. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They start on the ground with Elliott. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
First down, Prescott. Fighting to stay upright. Steps away to his left. This is intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the ground, this is Ware. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Mahomes now on 1st down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now Austin. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Prescott dancing to his left. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Anthony Hitchens coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Prescott on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperate. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Intended that time for Cooper.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Left, 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 left. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ace, ace.
They run it here. Where? And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Left, 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 left.
Back to throw. Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deeper. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.